It just makes me very angry when I see people say, well, this person's not even in a wheelchair. Why are they in handicap? You don't have to be in a wheelchair to be handicapped. That's absurd. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Flake Files. My name is Jordan, and I'm driving, so if I'm not looking, that is why. You hear Boss Baby, Sadie is in the back watching Boss Baby, and we are on our way to a funeral, and I'm in traffic, so I figured this would be a great time to film it while everyone's watching. And I look like this. So today I wanted to discuss my feelings on like a visible illness and an invisible illness. So like, you know, like somebody that has, you know, missing limbs or something like that versus somebody that has like lupus or maybe even cystic fibrosis or something like that, where maybe you can't tell as well. You know, I know like cancer and all that, like eventually, you know, you can tell, or like cystic fibrosis, a lot of times you'll be wearing oxygen, but you know, there's a ton of visible illnesses and there's a ton of invisible illnesses. I kind of feel like ichthyosis can be both. Some people with less severe ichthyosis, it's not as apparent. Some people it's very apparent. And then like myself, you know, it's apparent, but it's not super alarming. You know, somebody that meets me might just think that I have dry skin. If you have a visible illness, everyone can see that you're sick or you're suffering, or I don't like using the word suffering because you adapt. Yes, you're suffering compared to other people, but you do what you have to do. So everyone can see, and it may be embarrassing or it may cause a lot of attention to yourself, which for me, I don't like a lot of attention on myself. That's why I don't necessarily like having a visible illness. I'm gonna say illness like this because I'm not sick. When I hear illness, I think of like somebody who's sickly. But then at the same time, if yours is invisible, people might not believe you. Or, you know, if you need special treatment, you may not be treated fairly for that. Me, for example, in Jackson, you know, I've strongly considered getting a handicap placard for the summer just so we can park closer, because walking across a parking lot in 100-degree weather is brutal for somebody who overheats. It frustrates me when people think that they have it harder than somebody else. They've walked a harder road, or they've suffered more than someone else. You know, I told somebody who said that their spouse is gone, you know, Monday through Friday, and they're home on the weekends, and they don't know how I'm about to deal with a year-long deployment. To them, you know, that's the most they've ever been separated. That's still hard for them. You know, even when Chris is gone for 2 weeks at a time, that's still hard. A year is hard. A week is hard. You know, if you've lost, you know, a parent, I don't think that you should think that you've struggled harder than somebody who has lost a child, and vice versa. Loss is loss, suffering is suffering, loneliness is loneliness. We shouldn't compare our struggles to each other's. And what I mean for this to be said is that, you know, if you see someone parked in the handicapped parking spot and they don't look handicapped, you don't know what they're going through. You really don't. They could have awful leg pain that's not putting them in a wheelchair, but that would be excruciatingly painful to walk from the back of the parking lot. You don't know. I mean, it could be a woman who, you know, is newly pregnant, not showing, but maybe she's on modified bed rest, but she still has to go to the store to get food for her kids. You know, You don't ever know what someone's going through. And then at the same time, don't make a huge deal about people that have a visible illness. They have enough stuff to deal with, just like everyone else does. Everyone has something. Everyone is going through something. Everyone has lost. Everyone has suffered. Everyone has had a bad day. Most everyone has been picked on or looked over or treated unfairly because of X, Y, or Z. It just makes me very angry when I see people say, well, this person's not even in a wheelchair. Why are they in handicap? You don't have to be in a wheelchair to be handicapped. That's absurd. But on the same token, I saw someone last night about to cross a busy road, like a busy road on crutches. Not the smartest decision, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. And I was very nervous that he was gonna get hit. It was also nighttime. But that was my rant, or my soapbox. I tend to get on my soapbox about things like this. Just don't compare your issues to others. Don't think you're holier than thou or worse off for any reason. We are all human. And that's all I have to say. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. I do ichthyosis videos, I do mommy videos, I do recipe videos, grocery hauls, everything like that. So thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.